Okay, today, slope, day 2. This should look familiar. This is the stuff we took last night for our notes. Slope again is the rise over the run. You know, we can find that given the graph, vertical change over horizontal change. What we will look at today is this whole idea with m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1, x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Why is this an m? I often wonder that myself. Sometimes you think, well, shouldn't that be an s for slope? Well, from what I've heard in the past, this m represents the word monter, the French word monter, which means to climb. And when you think about slope, the steepness, climbing up a hill, going down a hill, m represents monter. Just a little background. They're not 100% sure, but it makes sense. So this is what we're going to look at today. Finding slope given 2 points, not graphing. So let's look at an example here. It says to use the following points to find the slope without graphing. So here are 2 points. And in the bubble, here's our reminder. So let's find our slope. M equals, okay, we're going to have a fraction here. Slope is always a fraction for the most part. It's never a decimal. So keep in mind, too, in our ordered pair, we'll count this as my x sub 1 for my first point, my y sub 1, my x sub 2, and my y sub 2. So using the formula, just do exactly what it says. It's nothing more than plug and chug. Y sub 2 is 7. The symbol is always minus y sub 1, which is 2. And that is going to be over x sub 2, which is 2, minus x sub 1, which is 4. And then it's just simplifying. Well, 7 minus 2 is 5, and 2 minus 4 is negative 2. And, oh yeah, this is the same problem we did yesterday. And if you go back and watch the video or check your notes, this is the same slope. And it should be the same way. And I just showed that it doesn't matter if you do it graphically or, mathematically, we still will get the slope is 5 over negative 2. So that means you rise up 5, run over to the left 2. Okay, so this is slope. Go ahead and try this. I hit the pause button. Come back. Try this with your slope. Be careful with your signs. So go ahead and give this a shot. By now you should have had time to get your work, and if you did everything correctly, here is your slope. And your answer is negative 3 over 2. So I would go down 3 to the right 2. So let's take a look. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1. Do some simplifying. We get negative 9. X sub 2 minus a negative 2. Minus negative is always plus, so 4 plus 2, which is 6. And when we simplify and it's all said and done, we get negative 3 over 2. So be very careful with your signs when you're using your slope formula here. The difference of your y's over your x's.